So you stumbled upon our podcast. Sup, I'm Lotta. Welcome to Functional Potheads. I hope you got your lighter. And we got Stokes in the building. We here. And what you smoking on, Stokes?
I am smoking on mint mango.
Ooh. Is that good for your stomach? What terpenes is it high in?
So I'm pretty sure like terpinolene, not much myrcene, which is different for me because I'm a myrcene queen.
And
so,
isn't mango strains high in myrcene typically?
I think that it depends.
Mango itself is high in myrcene, isn't it?
Mango itself, yeah. But it depends. Honestly, I think the most myrcene I've seen are in those like dank, dark, hazy, like do-si-dos, OG, all those like old school races have a little bit heavier, but the myrcene. Its top terpene is limonene.
Okay. You like it?
Yeah, I mean, I only like it because it makes me feel happy.
Okay, that's real. I mean, as long as you know that, right? Because that's what you're looking to terpenes for. Like, that's why you're smoking it. It makes you feel happy.
Yeah, because it's like limonene is more sativa leaning based, categorized, whatever. So that's why I can't take high limonene, but I like this one. It's very balanced. It's a good hybrid. Gotcha. And that's what I like. Hybrid to indica. When it gets on sativa hybrid, like it gets sketchy, but I like that all of our hybrids are either true hybrids, where it means like it's like a 55, 45.
In the industry, they're talking about how everything is a hybrid at this point in time. Not even at this point in time, almost from the very beginning, because it was just growing naturally and then the wind would blow it. So like, how are we to say what is truly an indica? What is truly a sativa? Like, no one's even talking about it. It's all about the cultivars. Like, there's way more to it. Keith was talking about how they, in national events, like all the cups, they're changing how they're going to judge each category. They're going to group you by your terpenes, and because it's like apples to oranges, he was saying. And
I mean, I think that's the best way, honestly, because, I mean, I sat here and saw East Coast Sour Diesel come in as a sativa, and I've seen Sour Diesel come in as a hybrid, and I've seen Sour Diesel come in as an indica leaning hybrid. And the only difference that I could ever think that would make sense to count is the terpenes. Like, that's the only thing that I saw that was different. I mean, the name of the game is the entourage effect, right? But like, that is a puzzle within itself. So I can sit here and say there's like a Jack Herrera at 1.3 myrcene, and you're like, wait, that's a sativa, right? But you also have to see there's 2% fucking limonene in there. You know what I'm saying? More. So like, that's why I do believe that theory that everything is essentially a hybrid. But then also in the same breath, it's some motherfucking indicas that's just undoubtedly an indica. Like, just like this do-si-dos and garlic drip that we have, the one
out like a light.
This is at 33.7%. And I can say this is 33.7%. I made a bad decision on a tired day to smoke this on the way home from work. Nunca jamás. Never. Like, that shit was crazy. Like, I was like scared.
Never.
I was nervous.
That has happened a couple of times. You will experience it where you just like, oh man, this was a bad time to smoke this kind of weed. All right. All right. We getting lost in the sauce, dog. We getting lost in the sauce. We got to keep it on the show. I'm smoking on DNA Gardens DK 22.6, aka Fast Action. It's a jet fuel gelato trophy wife cross, and it's a solid hybrid. Love it. Dylan's over here like, yep, that's good. It's lovely in taste. Let me pull it up to the screen. Get the little bow. So shout out to them. And the DK 22.6 is DK Metcalf's speed when he chased down the dude. You know I like my Hawks. He chased him down and stopped him from getting a touchdown when he got the ball. Homie, like, you see the clip, he's just like, from this end of the field, he was like, oh, hell no. And just sped up on him. Do. Tackle the homie. Anyway.
I love that, like, athletes are getting into that shit.
Yeah.
And like keeping low key about it, not trying to be all like, I'm with weed now.
Well, I don't even know if, I hope he got a check from it.
But he had to.
It just says DK 22.6. Like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? So I hope he got a check from it, but you never know.
True.
And now I'm lighting up some, what was this earlier? Banana Punch by Fat Panda.
I have a lot of like different vendors out there.
A
grow
ton.
processors.
A ton. That's why PA is more of a medical market over there. But out here it's retail. So there are some big companies that own multiple lines of things. But there's like a whole bunch of vendors.
That's so wild because like I could only motherfucking imagine when I was working as a bud tender, we had like 8. Maybe they have like 20 now. Every time you have something, I never see the same shit.
No. I like to try different things.
Oh my god, damn! How many like y'all like for real retail type joint? Like y'all got like every little thing.
Yeah,
y'all inventory must be crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot to keep in your head too. Keep them separated. What makes them all stand out?
Damn.
Yeah, think about that. What it can be used more so for what symptom? So in weed affirmations, I've been doing some reflecting. We've made 4 affirmations thus far, and I found that they lacked. They lacked because they were written in the future tense. And that's not helpful when you're writing an affirmation. So I spent some time rewriting them while planning today's affirmation. So I wanted to just give a little refresher on them. So the first one was, I am building the future I desire with the use of cannabis. Whew. Okay, you heard me. The second one, I am maintaining homeostasis by using cannabis. Right. The third one, I am using cannabis to meet people where they're at. Because you never know. You just never know. The fourth one, I am moving through things I don't understand with grace and the use of cannabis.
I like that one.
Because life is frustrating, right? And then you die. I don't know. So for this week, I am using cannabis to connect wholeheartedly with others, because I feel like sometimes you just go into it with like, when you meet somebody, like, what can I get out of that situation? You know what I mean? And so it's extra superficial. And then you wonder why they don't exist in your space for a long time, you know? And so I just want to be more intentional when I spend time with others. And I wouldn't say that I'm not that person anyway, but there are times you have to be selfish. You have to be guarded. You have to guard your energy. And so it's like, you don't want to dive in deep. But then what's the point of even connecting with that person? You're just wasting everyone's time. At least that's where I've gotten to.
I like it.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll write your own, smoke some weed about it, you know, and I feel like it will help you connect with the plant more, because now you're not just, oh, I'm getting high. When you say this mantra and you believe it and you put it into the spirit of what you're rolling, what can you create after that?
Sometimes I do it before I go to sleep. I have like this mindset journal, and I roll up before I fill it out. And it's just like, yeah, it's just that intentional smoking.
So before we get into cannabis news, I wanted to mention a new segment that we're dropping called Pothead Ponderings. Stokes here is our first guest, and it's a segment where we just have a pothead tell you what they think of the market that they currently are employed in, living in. So check it out on our YouTube channel.
Hola, my name is Stokes. I currently live in Philly, so I'm a part of the PA market as a patient, and I'm also a grower for the PA market for one of the grow processors out here. And I've been in the industry for about 4 years, back and forth, front of the house, back of the house. So yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for chatting with me once again. You know, we had to have you here on the podcast as well. I have some cannabis news for us. I have a couple updates. They're pretty quick because, like I said in the last episode, a lot of amendments. But Hawaii, shout out to y'all. They just passed a legislation to allow 21 plus to possess and purchase from licensed retailers. Minnesota, they had a bill approved also. So it's working their way through the legislative channels in a lot of states. 21 plus to purchase and possess 1.5 ounces and cultivate up to 8 plants.
Nice home grow.
Right. New Mexico, they seem to be the most inclusive of all the bunch. 21 plus can get up to 2 ounces and grow up to 6 mature and 6 immature plants. And they plan on using a system of regulated and taxed cannabis sales to fund like equity within the affected community. So that's what it says. We'll see what's going on with that. North Dakota, 21 plus, possess and purchase up to 1 ounce of cannabis for personal use. Wisconsin, 21 and older or qualifying patients to purchase and possess and cultivate cannabis for personal use. Like, off the hook lately. Everyone's like, we need that money. We want that money.
All right, red states.
Right?
Sorry.
I know, right? Washington State, we already have it, but we just got a bill that's moving its way through the House about decriminalizing personal use amounts of illicit drugs, sort of like what Oregon just did. So that's moving its way through the channels positively. Who knows?
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. New Jersey, they're still fucking up. So bye. Right. Exactly. It's just like, get it together. I don't really want to dive too much into that, but a lot of people, a lot of activists are bashing them right now, and they just can't seem to figure out why. Or they don't care.
It's where I started, and it's exactly where I left it.
Yep.
4 years ago.
Yep. Bye. Recently, the House sent a letter to President Biden. And I thought it was cute. It was a cute little letter. I'll drop a link, of course, as always, to it. But briefly, they asked him to pardon those incarcerated for marijuana-related crimes. And I thought that was the best thing that you could ask. They listed stats where how many states currently have a cannabis program, and that in current times, had they been stopped for the charges that they were stopped for, they wouldn't have led to this amount of jail time, you know, in a lot of these places. So let's get them back in court, get their sentences commuted, you know what I mean? Get them back into society.
Because they're non-violent offenders, literally. They just potheads.
That was it. So, I really appreciated that. I don't know. And it's not, they even like listed it out to say that it's not unprecedented in sort of situations when things change to a group to be pardoned. Just like the draft situation where people dipped and ran because they got drafted into the military. And they were then pardoned by, is it Johnson? I think Johnson. Someone afterward. Clifford? Anyway, one of those presidents, you know, fuck all of them. But one of those guys pardoned. It happened before in U.S. history. So when the war on drugs has ended, the laws are changing. Why not pardon these people and get them out of the jails? So shout outs to y'all for taking the time to at least write the letter. Even if it goes nowhere. Someone had to say it. Otherwise, I'm on the interwebs looking for what to talk about. And I see something go by my timeline. Barbados representative saying that it might be possible for trading on their stock market with their cannabis industry. And I was like, y'all got cannabis in Barbados? My people, since when? And then that made me open another tab and another tab. And down the wormhole I went. Since 2019, they passed legislation to have medical cannabis in their country. And then in 2020, they passed the legislation. And when I tell you their website is magnificent and easy to navigate and full of chocolate motherfuckers all up and down, you flip a page, there's another one and another one. And I was like, yes! I think it's amazing because that country is very poor. The people are very poor. And one thing you can do in Barbados is grow some crops. That's like the whole reason why black people are there is because of slavery for plantation and growing of things. So why not work off the land and kind of become a national fucking market? Something to be reckoned with. I just love what's happening. 2021, I have not been mad at you yet. Yeah, I feel like all Black History Month, racists been getting knocked the fuck out. Hey Trump, we gonna see them taxes, bruh. So I'm just excited.
It's so funny
about everything that has been happening lately. Even though the retrograde has been whooping our ass, the bitch got hands. Positive things has happened. The chaos is for everybody. It's equally shared. Even if you got money, I'm sure you got some chaos happening right now. So that's why I just mind my own chaos. So thank you for joining me for Cannabis News. We are throwing it to a quick commercial break.
The Bakersman Collective presents.
All right. And we're back with another Light Up and Listen segment. Stokes, what you been listening to?
Thundercat.
Ooh.
And like this other group is weird. I don't know how to say their name, but it's like Carubagen, something like that. I always look, if it's got groove and bass, Katra is always number one. Like, and that usually sends me off. What about you? What you listening to?
Recent things that have dropped. SG Lewis, Times.
Yes! Yes!
Yes! Uh-huh. Yes, it's awesome. It's a vibe. I'll play it when we're breaking down because everyone needs to hear it. But I was grooving today. Got a lot of work done to the whole thing. And I was like, oh, that's it? What a tease. You teased me, buddy. You teased me. Also, Jim Jones and Harry Fraud, the fraud department.
Okay.
And I sent it to Keith because I feel like that's his vibe. If he hasn't listened to it yet, he would definitely be tuning in. It is like a New York, you know what I mean? Like, you know how heavy Jim Jones
that's really different because Jim Jones is like that hard New York, and Harry Fraud is like that.
Currency,
he's like that vibey, smooth player, like player anthem type dude. So like that's different. I want to hear that.
Yes,
that's
but
different.
you know Harry Fraud got on with French Montana, you know what I mean? And French Montana is like still like he's a party vibe, but he's still like a New York kind of.
Yeah.
You see
as long as he keep them motherfucking horns, he can play whatever he wants.
Right.
As long as he keep those fucking horns, because that's the only reason why I know him and why I love him.
You should listen to it. I played it twice. You know what's in the house and what's in the whip.
Wow, that's how you know it's good.
Yeah, that one. It took it from me this week. It took it. A couple of honorable mentions. Kevin Gates dropped a new album, Only the Generals Part 2. I have to listen to it because I feel like you can technically hear his progression in thought through his raps. You know what I mean? Like he puts his struggles into his raps, and so I like to hear what he's saying, like what he's going through, because I feel like it's so easy to misunderstand him. But I've seen a lot of his interviews, and I know people like him, and so I sympathize, you know? And so I keep tabs based on his music, and I just wanted to just tap in. And everybody's struggling. Everybody's got some shit going on, but it's how you going to respond to it. And he's a real big talker. He's a real big talker, and I like that. Like, I like folks that can rhyme in a very boastful manner, because to me that's hip hop. To pop your shit at the illest, you know what I mean? That's hip hop, and like the true soul of it. No matter your accent or backbeat to it, whatever you got to put on. So yeah, check that album out. And Trippie.
Where is he from?
Oh, don't do this to me. I'm gonna look this up because I'm gonna be mad.
It's something southern.
No,
yeah,
it's Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Look at me.
I knew it. I love the way they fucking talk.
You know what I'm saying? Pop that shit. That's real. Talk. Like, oh, talk that shit.
Baby,
he's like, I'm him. You know what I mean? Like, and he means it. Like, I'm him.
Love that.
Trippie Redd, Neon Shark versus Pegasus. I think it was produced by Travis Barker as well. Like, it's a wider range of features. A 40-song album. 40. Uh-huh.
Wait. Travis Scott.
Is it Travis Scott?
Barker or Scott?
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Either way, both of them is great for me. Like, I fucking love Travis Barker. He was the first Travis that I loved. And then Travis Scott came along and became the second Travis that I loved. So those are the only two Travises that I know to love.
It made in collaboration with Travis Barker.
Oh shit! So he's playing that shit. He like,
it's
I got
real.
that Kardashian pussy. I can do anything in the world now.
It's a cult. It's a cult. It's a cult. Y'all can't tell me nothing otherwise. My ancestors told me that's a cult. Well, you know what? We came to a close, Stokes. We made it through the end of the show. So it's dope that you took the time to have a J with us. Until the next session.
Stay high, guys.
Yeah. Remember, we're just a few functional potheads out here trying to bring the light and truth about cannabis.